Overnight, Minneapolis on fire. Protesters leaving an auto parts store in flames. Others seen looting a local Target.
Tonight was a different night of protesting.
All of it after demonstrators approached one of the city's police precincts.
We're about to lose the front of the precinct if we don't move this crowd out of the front.
Officers in riot gear tried to maintain order.
You can see the smoke bombs in the distance, and police have been firing pepper spray to try and disperse this crowd. Hundreds of protesters had gathered here, and now police are trying to push them back to keep the peace.
They'd gathered hours before, furious at the death of 46-year-old George Floyd.
When is it really gonna change? When is it really gonna stop?
The outrage building nationwide. In Los Angeles overnight, Black Lives Matter protesters blocked a major freeway. This man jumped on a police cruiser as it sped away. President Trump weighed in, saying justice will be served, and that he's asking the FBI to expedite its investigation into the case.
A very sad event. A very, very sad event.
Now, after the 4 Minneapolis officers involved were fired, the city's mayor is calling on the county attorney to charge the arresting officer.
Why is the man who killed George Floyd not in jail?
That officer, Chauvin, is seen in this now viral video kneeling on Floyd's neck as he begs for help.
When you saw that video, what went through your head? That could have been me.
The police department initially said Floyd had been physically resisting. This new cell phone video appears to show the moment he steps out of his vehicle. 2 officers restrain him. Security footage from a nearby business shows officers walking him across the street in handcuffs. Record shows Chauvin was a 19-year veteran of the department. He's been praised for valor during his career, but was also the subject of a dozen police misconduct complaints that resulted in no disciplinary action. His attorney declined to comment. This man owns a convenience store nearby. He says a store employee called police when Floyd allegedly tried to use a fake $20 bill, but that he didn't deserve this.
My employee called me while the officer had been kneeling on his neck, and she was crying, telling me, Mike, what should I do? The guy can't breathe, they're killing him.
Again, authorities here this morning are still assessing the damage. No telling how many protests are expected later today. But adding to the anger here is a new report from the fire department that reveals that George Floyd showed no signs of life when paramedics arrived on the scene, certainly adding to the questions here.
Yeah, absolutely. Gabe, you also mentioned at the top of the piece that there was a fatal shooting overnight in the middle of all those protests. What do you know about that?
Certainly, Hoda. Well, it's still very early on in the investigation, but there was one man found with a fatal gunshot wound. He was later pronounced dead. Police are now investigating that. They're looking into whether a pawn shop owner may have fired a shot and perhaps killed the man. But again, still very early on in the investigation. As you can see behind me, this is still a very chaotic scene.
And Gabe, a lot of people are also wondering what's taking so long for any charges to be brought forward, including the mayor who you interviewed. So is there a timeline for when that may happen?
Well, certainly, Hoda, that is adding to the anger here. Many of those protesters are wondering why these officers haven't been charged, but some authorities are asking for calm. A medical examiner's report is expected in less than 3 weeks. As you mentioned, the mayor, though, is taking that rare step on calling for that arresting officer to be charged. It's up to the county attorney, and right now he's given no timetable on this. What people are asking for as well is perhaps for the body camera video to be released. That is part of this investigation. Still certainly a lot of questions at this point.
Yeah, seems like we've seen that.